We have a lead and chase rider in the yellow vest. Please ride in a staggered formation. Our turn signals are not self-canceling. When you turn your turn signal on, you got to hit the button to cancel. Obviously, we want a safe ride, no wheelies, no stoppies, no slingshot, and none of that. I know, right? You're on a cruiser, so. Any questions on anything? All right, let's go ahead and suit up and get on our bikes.
So today, I'm gonna test out the V-Strom. A buddy of mine has this, and he's been having some problems with it, but I figure I'll start with this one, because hey, let's see how Sonic lives. Sonic, shout out to you, homie.
Who you riding with?
B-E-M-I-C.
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 Okay, so this is not for you short riders. I am on the balls of my feet here. It's a tall chick. The dash, pretty tactile. I mean, pretty straightforward. It's nothing too complicated. Got the fuel indicator, which I definitely envy. Now, what I will say is the pegs, the foot pegs are way down, man. I mean, this is so upright. I kind of like it, really. I see what you like about this, Sonic. It's pretty cool. In case you can't tell, I'm smiling real big under this helmet. I mean, I actually like the posture. It's what's not to like about this bike. So we're gonna see how it rides, though. There's one thing about these demo days, man. There's always somebody who don't understand stagger. This is definitely light riding a cruiser. The pegs are so far down. It's ridiculous. Now the takeoff isn't all that impressive, but you know, I'm not really expecting that, because this is more like a adventure touring bike. It's not really like give me the power. You know, the takeoff was like, meh. I'm getting a little bit of wind, but I'm understanding from my homie who has this bike that, you know, this is adjustable and you can get different wind screens for it. So the wind is not really a factor here, because you can change your windscreen. But what I love about this bike already is the posture. I just love the fact that I feel like I'm sitting in a regular chair at home somewhere. I mean, it's not like a cruiser. Cruiser is more like a lazy boy, you know, but this is like you're sitting in a regular chair, a 90-degree chair. I'm thinking this is what they call the adventure bikes. I mean, it's got that look. But if I'm wrong, don't crucify me in the comments. If you do, I really don't care anyway. But still, you know, don't crucify me in the comments. I mean, I'm not really familiar with this type of bike, but I think this is what will be classified as an adventure bike. You know, it can go off-road if you get the right tires for it. It's one of those kind that can go walk in both worlds. In fact, it's almost like you're getting two bikes in one, which I think is somewhat the appeal here. You know, to be able to buy this bike, ride on the street, ride on the highway, ride in the city, not have your back hurting like a sport bike typically will have your back hurting at the end of the day. And if you want to go on some light trails, I think this bike can handle it, man. It's what it's for. It's like, hey, yeah, sign me up. I would think that, like, because all this weight at the top, it'll be like hard to flick, but it's not. It's pretty nimble for a big 1,000 tall adventure bike. I mean, I'm very shocked. I'm shocked, because I thought I was gonna have to wrestle this big baby, but no, it's not very hard to flick at all. So there's that, man. And of course, you know, I can't help but the drool over the paint scheme. You know, anytime you throw that beautiful blue in there, I'm gonna go ooey gooey anyway. So, slight disclosure though, I signed up for riding this before I knew it was blue. So that's my disclaimer. So, but I will admit, even though I rode the M109 already before, because I didn't ride it in that beautiful blue and white scheme that they have it, I kind of want to ride it again. I know that's kind of petty, but you know, I'm feeling kind of petty today. You know, I wouldn't mind riding it again just because it's blue and white, you know? I mean, that's beautiful. Look at that. All right, so back to the V-Strom. Man, these freaking gear shifts. All right, another comment. The gear shifting. There's something to be desired here. It's like when it comes out of 1, it don't want to go straight to 2. It's like it want to go back to neutral. And I'm not talking about like that half click. Everybody, I mean, I give it a real hard full click trying to get it to 2, and it still end up going to neutral. I've done that a couple of times on here, so I don't like that about this bike right now. I mean, if I'm doing a half click, I expect it to go into neutral from first. But if I'm doing a full click, I'm kicking that thing up, and it only goes into neutral. That's gonna be a problem, you know. I don't know if it's. I mean, I'll show you guys my boots, but I'm riding real motorcycle boots, not no tennis shoes where I'm not giving it a real good kick. I mean, these are hard sole boots, have a hard top on them, nice thick leather. I'm kicking this thing up, and it's not wanting to go into second. So I don't know if it's just this demo bike that's doing that, because I've had some demo bikes that have been, you know, arid, but that's I'm not liking that, man. I think it's done that twice on me already. I'm trying to go into from first to second, and it just goes straight to neutral, and then you have to do it a whole nother click. We'll see if it does it this time. All right, first, and kick up. Ah, there we go. Finally got us a good one. So the V-Strom, what do I think? Who do I think this is for? I think it's for somebody who likes the tour. I think it's for somebody who wants to go, you know, if you want to take trips cross state, you know, go and visit your aunt in Georgia or wherever. Hey, this will take you there. You're not gonna have a back hurt experience when you get there. You can ride this completely. I mean, I was commenting about the wind a little bit before, but I mean, it's actually bearable. I mean, after you get used to the bike for a few minutes, and it's not that bad. So I would actually keep the standard windscreen for the most part. I mean, I've gotten it up to speed enough to, you know, for highway speeds. As long as you're not in Chicago, then you should be fine. I think it's for those who they want a dirt bike, but they also want, you know, a regular bike as well. They want a standard bike or a naked bike, and they don't have the money for both. And they're like, hey, look, I can either go straight for dirt bike, or I can go, you know, completely and get me a naked bike. Well, this is like the marriage between the two. So you can ride this on the street. Then if you know, switch the tires to the right tires, you can go on some trailing if you want to, you know. Not my thing, but you know, a lot of riders are into it. I don't think it's for the hooligan. It's definitely not for the hooligan. I mean, you're not gonna be out popping wheelies with this one or doing any racing. I don't know if I would say get this as a commuter bike, and only because it's a 1000. Maybe the lighter version, I would say, it will make a good commuter bike, because 1000s seem to heat up a lot better. They're not gonna be comfortable in the city, you know, riding in the city. Them big engines, you know, they get hot real quick. I wouldn't get this for just city riding. I'm not saying you can't do it for city riding, but I mean, if that's all you do is just like little city riding commutes, going to work, whatever, and it's all in one city, then if you like this body, I would say just get the smaller one. Again, for the same aforementioned reason. 1000s, they tend to get hot if they're sitting for too long, and at those stop sites, at those stop signals in the summertime, it's gonna be hell on this 1000. They're not gonna really like you too much, heating up at the traffic signal. You know, the lower versions, the 600s, the 650s, they're a lot kinder to the heating up situation. So that's the only thing about really getting those high-end 1000 bikes. The leader bikes, they're not leader bikes for nothing. They have big engines that come along with it, and so if you have that big engine, you know, you come to a traffic signal or a stoplight and you have that stop and go traffic in the city, you know, that bike is just gonna sit there and get hot. And that's always that problem with the 1000s. But other than that, man, I mean, I like the V-Strom, I like the posture. I think my favorite thing about this whole bike, other than the color, is the posture, man. The posture is awesome. I mean, you're sitting up like you're in. I mean, my knees are at like 90 degrees right now. I mean, I'm sitting like I'm really. I mean, the pegs are really nice and low. But I guess that's why the bike is so up high, because if you're doing those trails, you need that good ground clearance. But I like the bike. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't like this particular one because I'm still having that problem getting out of one from first gear to second gear, and I think it's uniquely for this bike. I don't think it's, you know, an issue with all V-Stroms. This bike does not really like to go from first to second. It likes to slip right into that neutral, even if you give it a whole full kick. If anybody who was into, you know, who had a dirt bike or came off a dirt bike or ridden dirt bikes, and they still want to hit those trails every now and then, but they really want a street bike, V-Strom is a good choice for you. I mean, if you like to take little trips every now and then, hop on the highway and go visit Aunt Gert in Georgia, then I think this is also a good winner too, because you can put bags on this. I mean, you can go, you know, take trips on it. It'll carry the load, you know. So if that's you, rock out with this V-Strom, man. But for you guys who like to stunt and, you know, you want to pop wheelies, you want to race, you want to do the hooligan stuff, don't get the V-Strom. It's not for you. You're gonna waste your money, really. It's not for you guys. V-Strom's a go. It's a winner, man. Go and go and test ride one. If you like this type of bike, if this is your type of speed and you like adventure bikes, hey, you might like this. And I mean, I like it. I just didn't like this particular one, I guess. I'm gonna say it's just this bike, but you know, oh well. That's my thoughts, man. You've been riding with Demic. Holler at you later, man. Ride your ride. Peace. Hey, after this is over, I'm gonna show you something that's gonna really rock your socks. Okay. It's you in a video of me riding that M50, that C50 2 years ago at the demo day.
Really?
And you did the same spiel.
All right, for those of you that have not ridden with us, the ride we're going to go on is about a 20-minute ride. Please ride in a staggered formation. If you have any problems along the way, just pull over. One of the lead chase riders will stop with you and help you. All right, let's go ahead and get on the bike. Really? I've been doing it too long.